Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
I welcome you all to the meeting number 420th of Utthishta Toastmasters Club.
Good evening, Toastmasters.
Good
evening. Thank you, Toastmaster Kiran, for that warm welcome. As the president of this club, I am honored to open 420th meeting of Utthishta Toastmasters with the band. Now, about Toastmasters International, it was started by Rajarajeswarinagar in the year 1924 by one club and having handful of members. As on this day, it has grown huge and giving its fruit to more than 300,000 members spread across 15,800 clubs, and it is spread across 149 countries. Please put your hands together and welcome today's Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Gopalakrishna Hegde.
Good evening. Good evening. As you sow, so you reap. यथा त्वं करसि तथा त्वं भोगसि माडिद पुण्यो महाराज. Same. Sow a thought, you reap an act. Sow an act, you reap a habit. Sow a habit, you reap a character. Sow a character, you reap a destiny, the destiny that you desire to have for you. All that starts from the moment you sow a thought. Title of the speech is Minnow to a Man. Minnow to a Man, Toastmaster Vijay Mohan. Toastmaster Vijay Mohan.
Okay, let me take you back a little while in time. Early 90s. A mother and a son were traveling in a bus, typically going to the kids' grandmother's house. The seats were taken, a few of them were standing. My books, as they rightly say, it is what you read when you don't have to that will decide what you will do when you can't help it. I've had a great shot at life until now, probably trying to experience the same in the future as well, probably better, with three things at the back of my mind: principles, purpose, and passion. That's about me for the evening.
Unforgettable incident. Toastmaster Prasanna.
Ethics is like a double-edged sword. Person preaching the ethics is bound by it as much as others. I realized that he was holding an umbrella. Umbrella? I remembered that he was not carrying an umbrella while boarding the bus. Oh my God, actually I glanced at the umbrella. And my God, it was my umbrella. Then I realized that speaking about ethics and values is easier than to follow and practice. We are what we do and not what we preach.
Toastmaster Kirtan Bhatt, you are alive. You are alive, Toastmaster Kirtan Bhatt.
Pathways is the new way of path for all of us. Claimed one of our past presidents, Toastmaster Subramania Bhatt. that particular day in the year of 2018, that must have been one of our club committee meetings. दिलों में तुम अपनी बेताबियों को चल रहे हो तो जिंदा हो तुम. दिलों में तुम अपनी बेताबियां लेके चल रहे हो तो जिंदा हो तुम. This is a small excerpt from the movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, and it says that if you're moving with curiosity and eagerness in your heart, then you are alive. Now, at this point, I feel like a beginner. I am eager and ready to explore new paths, and I feel alive. Thank you.
Today's Toastmaster for this table topic session, put your hands together, welcome. Toastmaster Tejasvi.
The seed which was sown 7 to 8 years back, an act of joining Toastmasters, has made me a confident leader, passionate speaker, and a happy human being today. It's all possible because of the greatest environment provided by the Utthishta Toastmasters. The greatest learning from Toastmasters for me is taking the responsibility and making use of the opportunity, both in Toastmasters and in my personal and professional life. One of the sessions which will help you to face any situation in life is table topic session, which is an impromptu speaking session. As a table topic master, I'll be calling a member or a guest. We'll be giving a topic. The speaker has to speak for a minimum of 1 minute and maximum of 2 minutes.
A few months back, my partner, is not a Toastmaster, Kiran Gopal Krishna, my partner, asked me to accompany him on a trip which involved a trek. Now, trekking is something I have never done voluntarily. Though I have travelled quite a bit, I have never taken that opportunity to do trekking. But he said, bring your boots, come on, let's go for a trek.
Toastmaster Purna, good things take time. Good things take time, Toastmaster Purna. Good evening, Toastmasters. Yes.
Good evening.
Good things take time. I can give example of myself. When I joined Toastmasters, I was not able to stand here or utter a few words. I was feeling very nervous, and to make the sentence itself was a problem for me. Like, even though my English was not so good, and yes, it's taken some few years for me to become a good speaker. And every speech, I can feel the difference within me, that I could able to change in my thoughts, especially the thoughts.
Fashion fades, only style remains the same. Fashion fades, only style remains the same. Toastmaster Shashank.
A very good evening to all the handsome gentlemen and all the beautiful ladies in the house.
Good evening.
I'm honestly stumped because I was called on stage. I was not expecting it. To be very honest, I love dressing up. And I think that's not a fashion choice, it's a style statement. For the very simple fact that we see a lot of models out there and they wear all the designer clothes, all expensive, fancy clothes. It's definitely a fashion statement, but do they have style in it? Now, style is not something that you get from somewhere else.
The general evaluation session will start now. To conduct the session, please welcome Toastmaster Sri.
We now begin with the prepared speech evaluations, starting with the first speaker for today, Toastmaster Vijay. His evaluator is Toastmaster Shashank.
Let me talk about all the areas that you excelled at, and then I'll be giving you pointers on the areas of improvement. Now, the first and the foremost thing that I really want to highlight on is the fact that when you came on stage, you owned the stage. You were comfortable, you were confident, and you were ready to move it. And I felt that a lot of things about you were slipping in and out throughout your speech. As it maybe, I mean, if it were me, I would have preferred having a past, a present, and a future, so there's more clarity towards understanding things about you.
As already stated by your speech evaluator, your opening with your story and your narrative, backed by the calmness and the composure that you brought on stage, are the highlights of your speech. My one suggestion that I noticed in addition is that your eye contact was very restricted to the first 2-3 rows and rather missed out on the last backbenchers. That can be worked upon in the future. Moving ahead with our second speaker for this evening, distinguished Toastmaster Prasanna. The evaluator is Toastmaster Girish.
It was really a wonderful topic to speak on, and as you started with it, you said ethics is a two-edged sword, which I agree with it, because if at all you use it, you might have a chance of losing your loved ones, but if you don't use it, you might chance of losing yourself. So wonderfully crafted speech. And I was about to make point that whatever prop you have used, umbrella, it was not required, but at that time you got in that twist, saying yes, ethics is easy to preach but not easy to follow. How Vishwanathan carried it and how you got perplexed and you lost your umbrella. That was well narrated, so it was job wonderful done.
To evaluate Toastmaster Keaton's speech, I invite on stage the speech evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Nandakumar.
The topic, you are alive, made me alive. Listening to your speech, it actually made me alive. Why I say this is because the way the speech was organized. So let me start with the good things. Opening, you connected to an anecdote where Toastmaster Subramaniam talked about the new pathways. How that could have been improved a little bit through your vocal variety. So that's one thing which I thought you should be looking for. Where are the opportunities for me to add vocal variety? So I think you have the capability to add vocal variety, but you probably did not search for it in your speech.
Great demonstration of body language. However, one point of improvement that I could notice was that again, with your eye contact, the gaze was only held towards the first 2 rows. From Toastmaster Sudhir, one gaze and back to Toastmaster Purnima. We are there in the backside of the audience, and it would be great to meet your eyes there. To go with the flow. You welcome the guests who walked in during the later part of the meeting. The introductions were apt, well constructed, well researched, as well as the speech title was beautifully articulated every time during the speech. I now request for the report from the timer, Toastmaster Gurumurthy.
Meeting was started exactly at 6 p.m. Saturday round Toastmaster it took 2 minutes 45 seconds. Our President Girish took 5 minutes 15 seconds. Master of Ceremony Toastmaster Gopal Krishna I took 15 minutes 84 seconds as of now. And Toastmaster Srirajarajeswarinagar took 7 minutes 15 seconds.
Ahead with the R counters report, I now invite on stage Toastmaster Aparna.
The essay Toastmaster Kiran used 2 short pauses and 1 repeat. President Toastmaster Girish used just 1 repeat. Toastmaster Kirtan in his speech used 1 short pause.
Moving ahead with the grammarian for this evening, Toastmaster Sagar.
Some of the good usage of the words are naive, the person showing a lack of experience and wisdom, pinnacle, a peak, the more or a most successful point, nepotism, favorism based on kinship, resilience, the capacity to recover quickly from the difficulties, mediocre, is of the only average or the below average quality, immaculate, a perfect clean or neat.
Here and now. To see what it is, welcome President Toastmaster Girish Pai.
First, the best tag team player for 420th meeting goes to Toastmaster Gurumurthy. Best role player of 420th meeting goes to our General Evaluator Toastmaster Sri Raja. Best table topic speaker of 420th meeting goes to, any guesses? No. I'll reveal it. Toastmaster Shashank. Best evaluator of meeting number 420 goes to Distinguished Toastmaster Nandakumar. Best speaker of meeting number 420 goes to Toastmaster Kirtan Bhatt. The budding Toastmaster who performed well and won Rise and Shine Award is today's grammarian Toastmaster Sagar. You have to sow to get better benefits out of it. With that message, I would like to call 420th meeting as concluded.